Iman Gadzhi is one of the most successful young entrepreneurs on the planet right now. Between his info products, his software company, his e-commerce brands, and his YouTube channel, he's made multiple tens of millions before he even turned 22. And Iman didn't become a celebrity and make millions by luck either. He used one skill in particular to make people addicted to his videos, spend tons of money on his products, and cement himself as one of the greatest to ever fucking do it. Now, this one skill is called copywriting. You probably heard of copywriting, but you probably haven't heard of the 3 copywriting techniques that he used that have made him so much money. In this video, I'm gonna show you the ways that Iman used these copywriting techniques to build his 8-figure empire and how you could probably do the same. Now, before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe if you like videos like this. This is not fluff. This is like legit actionable stuff that will make you richer if you pay attention. So watch this whole thing. Now, the first copywriting technique that Iman uses all the time is called the dream state method. First thing you have to understand is that Iman is selling something in every single video he has. Back in the day, it used to be like more courses and coaching programs and stuff like that. And then he was going really hard on the software. And now he has various products that are basically just the type of products that high value men, people like Iman, use every day, and you should use them too. And ultimately, anything that people are buying from Iman is because they want to be like Iman. Why do they want to be like Iman? Because he uses the dream state method. The reason Iman has such a crazy appeal is because he's showing you things that you want to be one day. Iman drives insane whips. He's got a fleet of cars that you probably don't own. He put a video up the other day that he bought like a $250,000 horse, I think just for fun. He has multiple homes in multiple different continents. He also retired his mom and gives her everything, which is something that people really, really want. In every single video he makes, he paints a vivid picture of what your life could look like if you follow his steps and end up buying one of the things that he sells. Now, here's how you can use it. I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase before, leading by example. This is selling by example. If you've done your research, you should know specifically what it is that your target market wants. So if you're selling a product about how to make more money, kind of like Iman is, you got to get super specific with what that is and then show people. And you don't have to do this on video, you can do this with words. So it's not just make more money, it's how do they want to make more money? What do they want to do for that money? Where will they be when they do it? What else will be affected when that happens? How good will their life get? All of these details need to be fleshed out. It needs to be super vivid so that these people can envision themselves where you're describing them to be. People will feel good. They'll associate those feel-good feelings with your product. They'll trust you to deliver it to them, and then you sell. Now, the second copywriting technique that Iman uses masterfully is called the common enemy method. This one is huge. And once someone told me that this is a thing with copywriting, I started seeing it everywhere. You've probably heard a saying before that sounds like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Basically, if there's a group of people that hate something and you are with them hating from the front, you're the biggest hater, the number one, then you're gonna be able to rally these people behind you to do whatever you want. About a year ago, Iman had this thing called the Digital Renaissance. It was like this educational marketing event. It was like a movie. It was crazy. He would talk about how the global elites are after you. There's nothing you can do about it. You have to find your own independence. You have to figure out a way to make money. If you want to make money, do SMMA, buy this course. And Iman made millions of dollars in a couple of days because he knew how to use the common enemy tactic. Think about the biggest enemy of the people of all time. It transcends politics, it transcends religion. If everyone is gonna get together and hate anyone, it's gonna be the global elites because you don't really know who the fuck they are. And also, apparently they're controlling your entire life and there's nothing you can do about it except basically check out of the system, make your own money, and live off the land. So Iman united everyone around the fact that the global elites are bad, the matrix is bad, they're trying to screw you over, this is the only way out. And because he's such a good storyteller, and he made the video look so fucking sick, everyone was like, this totally makes sense, and he made millions of dollars when he sold that course. Now, if you were to use the common enemy copywriting technique, this is usually how it would go. If you're writing copy for like a supplement or something like that, and the supplement is like sort of like this new thing that most people aren't talking about, the best person to common enemy is big healthcare. Big healthcare doesn't want you to know about this supplement because they want you fat and unhealthy and lazy so they can juice you up with pharmaceuticals that they made and make billions of dollars a year off. It's really easy to sell that because who the fuck is big healthcare? Pfizer? Who runs Pfizer? I don't even know. It's this thing that no one really knows what it is, but they just know it's bad. And so when you say it's bad and you say that your thing is a solution, people are gonna be like, all right, cool, I wanna buy that thing. It doesn't matter what product you're selling, sit there and think about like what really pisses people off. What does my audience really not like so that I can also not like them and use that to push the product. By the way, this sounds unethical. I don't think it's unethical at all. I think if your product is good and there actually is an enemy that could be messing with you, there's nothing wrong with making that blatantly clear to your audience in order to sell more products. Because Iman's not actually lying. There actually might be some global elites that are actually fucking with you, which makes it even more powerful. Now, the third technique, And possibly the most powerful of all of them is the rule of one. Now, what is the rule of one? It's one reader, one big idea, one offer, one promise, one call to action. When you write this way and when you think this way, it makes it so easy to sell because you're so lasered in on one thing that nothing else can go wrong. You're getting super specific with your audience, who it is and what they want, and you're only giving them one thing to even want. There's this old story about how Steve Jobs would wear the same thing every day because he had to make so many decisions in any given day that he didn't want to have decision fatigue. Decision fatigue is basically just when you're making too many fucking decisions, and the first thing that would be, one decision you don't have to make is, what am I gonna wear today? So he would wear that dumbass turtleneck every single day. I love Steve Jobs, but he had zero drip. Let's go one by one real quick and I'll just show you what this rule of one actually means. So one reader or one audience member, if it's a video thing, all that means is he's not trying to sell his product to everyone on earth. He's basically talking to the 18 to 22-year-old demographic that are disenfranchised, they feel like they want more out of life, and they're just not really getting it with the traditional path. Iman isn't really talking to the people who are like 45 years old with kids and just want to make a little extra money on the side. That's not his demographic. His demo is basically me, but a couple years younger and less rich. Now, one big idea. What's a big idea? A big idea is basically like the theme or the moral of like all of the stuff that he sells. This is Iman's big idea. It's, I want to help people make more money, live a better life, just like I do. And then one offer, one promise, and one CTA are kind of redundant, but basically all it means is like Iman in his videos doesn't go, hey, buy the course or buy the coaching or buy this other course or buy the software or buy the glasses or buy the drink. You sell one thing at a time. Like I said, you can't give people decision fatigue. So Iman makes it very clear exactly what it is he's selling and who he's selling to. Now, how do you do this? You gotta do your fucking research. So when you get a client, they're gonna give you pretty much all the information you need. So one reader, who is the audience? The client will tell you, or you can do a bunch of research. Let's say the product is like a dog supplement. You go on forums with a bunch of dog moms talking about supplements that they've given their dogs, stuff they like. You know, what do they like to do in their spare time? Do they like to look up dog supplements? Maybe they like to watch soap opera or something like that. And then anytime you write anything, just make sure it's directed down one singular path. You know exactly who you're talking to, and you're not selling anything else, you're just selling one thing. Now, if this video hasn't already taught you that copywriting is a super valuable skill that can make you tons of money, let me just show you instead. I have hundreds of students inside my program right now who have made their first $5,000 to $10,000 a month with copywriting by using these techniques for themselves and for their clients. These are people that didn't know business before, and then they hop in with me, I teach them, and they start printing, like Charlie. So Charlie just signed what's called a 10 and 10. That's a deal that pays him $10,000 a month as a retainer, basically guaranteed, plus 10% of the revenue that is generated for the client. So if Charlie generates $100,000 in a month for his client, which is really not that hard, he's gonna take home an extra $10,000 a month. So this is one client that could potentially pay him $20K a month, and he just started, like less than a year in. And this is Paul, also killing it. Paul also has a client on revenue share, and he's gonna make $10,000 a month from one single client alone. Now, if you wanna learn how copywriting works, how to get paid for it, and actually go ahead and sign clients by using these skills that I just taught you, click the link in the description, I got something for you. Just watch the video and see if what I got sounds like a good fit for you. Thanks again for watching, and seriously, do not forget to like and subscribe before you leave. I got more videos coming that are gonna make you rich in the next couple days, and I got tons of stuff on my channel that you can binge right now to help you where you're at. Let's level up. I'll see you next time.